So I've exposed many video games before, and this is basically 3 to 4 video games that are full of Illuminati symbolism. And before I start the video, go check out this video. I'll leave the link to this guy's channel. Don't usually do this, but this guy exposes video games as well, so go check him out. I mean, not many people that expose video games now, so yeah. So the links there. So we have this one. This is like an Android game. Doesn't really shock me. This is what they promote, Illuminati Adventure. So this is one game. Basically, they admit in this video game that this is how you get far in life, is by selling your soul, that everything is controlled by the Illuminati. They literally just admit it in this game. The gameplay itself, just like most mobile games, isn't very good. We have the Illuminati symbol there, the Illuminati Adventure. Kind of looks like the Dragon Ball Z thing there. And he's wearing a robe which simulates the occult, the elite. Kind of reminds me of this game. I've made a video about this video game before. Basically, it's a game that literally admits that the Illuminati control the world, but you basically get to play as the Illuminati on this video game. And it basically admits everything that the Illuminati do. It reminds me of this game. I made a video about it before. So this is the gameplay of the garbage game itself, because it sucks. Notice here with the one eye, and then he's got like this symbol on his head, which most likely refers to the mark of the beast or some crap. But basically, it's all about building your businesses and all that. It basically, as you see here, it's just an excuse to put Illuminati symbolism in the game. As you see, earn first Illuminati tokens to unlock genetic improvements. And then they have like the resistance fist, which is a cult. It's just part of that anarchy crap, which the anarchy is part of the Illuminati agenda. But as you see, you're basically building your business and all that, and they admit that if you want to get somewhere with a business, basically a massive business, you gotta sell your soul. I mean, we already knew that anyway. As you can see, this is the garbage gameplay from the video. Again, the one eye. As you can see, the Illuminati Adventure is on Android. Is it on Google Play? And notice again, they're literally admitting this is exactly what the Illuminati do. Strings, puppets on string. That's exactly what the Illuminati do. They pull the strings of basically their little puppets. So in reality, it is admitting. Again, like I said, this is the other game that I was talking about. This game here talks about, basically admits that the Illuminati control. As I said, I'm not going to go into great detail because I've exposed it before and doing a video about it. It goes into detail about cloning, basically brainwashing the masses, brainwashing controlling the media, and it literally just admits everything that we've been saying. As you can see with what it says control everyone's fate to world affairs. Basically, I've admitted this before. I basically said this many times before, that all politicians and basically countries like presidents and all like Vladimir Putin, and including war, is all controlled by the Illuminati. Again, even the deep web. So we say even no, I've never seen a video made about. I've never heard that before. That the Illuminati control the deep web. Well, then again, they kind of do because it's black market. It sells black market stuff on there. I've exposed it before. Some of the sick stuff that's actually on the deep web. I've exposed it and proved that it's not all rumors and it's not fake. I've actually proved that it's all real. Everything. Anybody that ever says that half of the stuff that's said that's on the deep web isn't on there is full of it. I proved it. Again, they admit that they control everything. The Secret Service, we already knew that anyway. They control the news. So that's all this game reminds me of. You have again doing witchcraft, yoga. It's just another boring game. All it is, the gameplay itself is just sucks. But then again, that's like most games today. Again, as I said, there you go, the Illuminati adventure. That's what it's called. Again, them admitting the cloning, the cloning of DNA, the basically hybrids, like the animals that they create underground. They make hybrid animals, and they probably do clone people. You can actually clone an animal, and you can actually clone someone. You need the DNA and that though. So yes, you can actually clone people. So as I said, it's just another garbage game. That's one. We have this one. This is called Don't Knock Twice, and it's this one's a pretty boring game. It's not that long. It's about an hour long. The price for it is just a rip off. I mean, they think that a game that is an hour long is worth like nearly $20. No, it's not. Seems to be the new thing today that, oh, let's just create a game that's like an hour long and sell it. Don't even, if they're going to make a game that's that short, just don't even bother. It's a waste of money. But again, you see, basically you have to perform a ritual in this one part in the game as the all-seeing eye, the satanic swirl 666, the swirl of witchcraft and hypnotism, the pentagram. So basically you're performing a ritual. As you can see, the all-seeing eye. You're lighting all these candles. That's clear as day 666 right there. The mark of the beast. Again, it basically teaches, this game is basically I mean, what you really expect though, the image basically promoting this video game is a Baphomet. So basically teaches people how to practice you can't really see it because it's that blurry, but that's the way the game was. But summoning ritual, basically teaching people how to perform a satanic ritual. Doesn't shock me. And you have the Baphomet in the middle. So as you can see, here's a more clearer one. So basically teaches people how to perform a satanic ritual. Basically spirit gemstones, water gemstones, sapphire, fire gemstone, ruby, emerald, and all that. Spirit fire, this is a known thing in witchcraft. Spirit, water, fire, earth, air. Lucifer is the prince of the air. Basically water, witches can manipulate it and make it move. So again, it literally just teaches you how to summon demons and all that crap. As you can see it now, we all know what this refers to, the monarch owl. Basically the monarch owl at basically Bohemian Grove. And there you go. And they say it's like a myth or something. This is just an excuse, really, to promote the Baphomet. That's really all it is. They say it's a myth, basically through generations. And you notice that this child came across the house, the front door guarded by a horned goat. The goat leads the child inside. I kind of find this interesting because this is exactly what the elite do. They lure children in. So this symbolizes Satan, you gotta remember. So the horned goat basically leads the child inside, never to return again. So again, kidnaps children, probably does a satanic sacrifice. I mean, all this ain't myths, it happens, but they want to continue to say that it's myths. It's not a horned creature going around doing these things, it's the Illuminati. You ever wonder why so many children go missing on a daily basis and they're never found again? Or they're wiped out of existence? It's because of the Illuminati, they sacrifice children. And we also know what else they do, because they're a bunch of vampires. Again, this is why it's called Don't Knock Twice. You basically knock on the door twice and it creates this alternate reality, as you can see. It's just an excuse to promote the Baphomet, that's all it is. Nothing but garbage. This is another one that came out recently. I don't know whether it's on any other platform. It's called Escape Academy. It's basically like a puzzle game. So literally it's just, they're just putting this symbolism in the game for an excuse. Literally has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. It's just an excuse. That's all it is. That's honestly all it is. An excuse. Because this game is about puzzles and that and escaping, and they have the Illuminati. So you open the safe as the Illuminati logo, Illuminati all-seeing eye, and then this is what it says, the key of truth. So literally they are saying to you here that the Illuminati are the truth, that they're the way. Basically they're the way, the truth, and the life, and the light. Bullcrap. It's just the cult mentality. That's what the Illuminati want you to believe, that they have the truth. They believe that they have the secret knowledge that Lucifer taught them, that they have the knowledge of the best knowledge ever, that man, and they believe that it should be kept from man. All the knowledge that they have is nothing but occult crap. That's all it is. It's just all occult. So again, the key of truth. Again, has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. It's just, it is an excuse. This is what video games do now. You'll notice in video games, and I've noticed that, what does this have to do with the game? Nothing. They'll probably go, oh, well, this eye is probably letting people know that there's something here. As I've said before, if you have to have your hand held in a video game, then you're not a gamer. You literally, I mean, then again, most people that call themselves gamers today are not gamers. They'll buy any crap. I mean, everyone's saying that that game Stray is a good game. It's literally just a cat simulator. I've seen no amazing gameplay from it, but I mean, people say anything's good, don't they? They honestly do. So again, has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. They have the pagan love heart and the all-seeing eye. It represents the Illuminati, and it always has. In my opinion, and as I said, I didn't buy this game. I don't buy trash like this. I really don't. I haven't bought a game in a long. The last game that I bought was The Quarry, and that was about it. That was the only decent game that I came across. All these other games are they suck today. Again, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. This has nothing to do with the game whatsoever. They're not talking about the Illuminati. They're not talking about occult in the game. So it's just a excuse. And again, once again, this game costs like nearly $40 and the game is only 3 hours. Seems to be this thing today that they bring out games that are like only 4 hours or 3 hours long or an hour long, and they charge you full price for the game. It's not worth it. The game ain't good. The game is boring from what I've seen of the gameplay. And yes, I did watch a skit. I watched about probably an hour of it, and then I just got bored and started skipping to certain parts. So you have the all-seeing eye, the Illuminati logo itself on the floor. It's right on the floor. Has nothing to do with the game. All-seeing eye in the wall. It's right there. There's no denying it. It's in your face. Pathetic. And honestly, I'm not even joking. This game on PlayStation, it's probably a different price for America, but for me, it's like £40 for this piece of trash. The game's only 3 hours long. You've got to be joking. It's a game that is 3 hours long is not worth $40 or £40. It is not worth it. And as I've said many times, I'm still waiting for a good horror game to release. Still hasn't happened. Still yet hasn't happened. Because again, these basically, they don't even know what to create anymore with games, horror games. And I've heard the leaks about Resident Evil 9, and it just seems it's going to be another occult game. It's going to be a trash game. There's supposedly supposed to be having a Wendigo, basically like a Baphomet creature. I mean, Resident Evil's dead. It's dead. The franchise is dead. They need to start milking it because it is not Resident Evil anymore. What does a Wendigo? A Baphomet is not a disease. It is not a virus. But again, I mean, just go look at the leaks for so-called Resident Evil 9. If the leaks are even true, sounds like a garbage game. It really does. It sounds trash. It sounds worse than 8. It's basically just literally a copy and paste of 8, but twice as worse. I mean, Resident Evil's dead anyway. This is why you got games like these coming out that are literally just boring. And I understand that not every game is for everybody, but as I said, this is all gaming seems to be now. They're not bringing out any good horrors or anything. They're just bringing this trash out. Again, a Ouija board. Wow, I'm shocked by this, aren't I? So basically, you do a Ouija board. So we all know what that does. It's to get in contact with spirits and demons. And basically summon demons and conjure demons. So literally they are teaching people to summon demons and all that and play with a Ouija board. I mean, typical occult crap. Because this clearly is a Ouija board. Go look up a Ouija board. Looks exactly the same. This is how it looks. Letters, you move basically a thing to the letters. Most of them are fake, and just most of them really are fake. Again, what does this have to do with anything? You have the all-seeing eye. Again, all-seeing eye. But again, this is what I said. They know that most gamers now are dumb. They know they are. Because if you I've said in the video that I made about Far Cry, the new one that they released, they were doing the same in that. They literally put a massive massive all-seeing eye and a massive arrow as to this is the way you got to go. It's a joke now, gamer, because they know how dumb people are now. Literally, people suck that much at games now. They have to have an arrow pointing, like, this is the direction you gotta go. None of these so-called gamers of today could ever, they cry about, oh, the old Resident Evil, oh, the controls suck. No, you just suck at the game. That's the reality. These people that cry about tank controls, you suck at the game. That's just facts. The controls didn't suck. You just suck. But that's why I prefer the older games. People can call me a boomer or whatever. You can't even call me a boomer anyway because I'm like 26 years old. So that's far from a boomer. But I grew up with games, actual good ones, not trash like this. But this is basically what it is. Oh, you have to go down into the basement. So we have to put this massive eyeball on, basically on the wall, so you know where you have to go in the game. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's just stupid games now. It really is. You can understand a waypoint in a video game, like, oh, this is where you gotta go, but a massive arrow, or, oh, it's right here. What do you think they're saying? They're saying that you're dumb. That's what these gaming industries are saying. You're dumb. Otherwise, they wouldn't put it on the wall. I mean, any normal person would know, oh yeah, I gotta go down into the basement. Again, as you see a massive arrow, like, as this is where you gotta go. This is pathetic. This is why gaming sucks. Because it's all these Zoomers now creating games. These Zoomers, these SJWs, they're ruining gaming. They've ruined it. Every single game now is this woke crap. Oh, I have to have me handheld because I don't want to actually use my brain to figure something out. It's just a joke now, it really is. This is what, again, I have to get this. Well, I think I closed it, doesn't really matter. But just give me a second. I thought I opened it. But as I said, that video that linked at the start, go check that guy out. I've got it now. There's not many people expose video games, and I hope that guy that made the video actually starts exposing more games. I don't know whether he's played Elden Ring, but from what I saw, some gameplay from that, and I saw a skull that it's basically a skull boss, and he hasn't one eye. So what this refers to, you'll notice the key there. So we'll get this. That's what it refers to. See the Freemason key there? So this is Freemasonry. Notice that they're the same keys. They're obviously not going to look exactly the same, but that's what it refers to. Freemasonry. The Freemason keys. I believe we got another image for this. And as I said, is just all the symbolism. This is a Freemason coat of arms. See the keys? Freemasonry. It's just an excuse to put it in a video game. Again, all-seeing eye. Just another excuse to put it in the game. Multiple all-seeing eyes all over the place. Again, they're admitting here, what does this look like? Let's go back. The pyramid. It's pretty obvious this, the pyramid. You can't deny it. It's right there. There's the pyramid. There's the all-seeing eye at the top. So what does this have to do with the game? Nothing. It's just an excuse, like I said many times. There is literally an excuse to promote the occult. And we already know that the Illuminati promote bad diets. But again, in this world, to eat healthy costs more. You'll end up broke. It's done on purpose. Basically, if you want to eat healthy, it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you more money. And I don't believe in that nonsense that vegans promote. Oh, you can't eat meat. We shouldn't eat meat. But if people want to be a vegan, that's their choice. But I don't support it, and I never will. I just think it's stupid. But we know that they promote bad diets like sugar. But there's nothing wrong with eating sugar. You're not going to die from it. But having it all the time, like I hardly have sugar, and basically I have it now and again. I hardly have a desire for like chocolate and that. I hardly have a desire for it. Just doesn't desire me anymore. But you see the all-seeing eye. I mean, squid stuff. We're not supposed to be eating squids. You see, like in many cultures, like Korea and all that, they eat squid. It's gross, but they eat what they eat. But also as well, we all know that the Illuminati create GMO foods, basically fake food. That's just the fact. And they poison a lot of food. This is just facts. So again, this is promoting the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye with the pyramid. This is right there. And then you have the all-seeing eye there. And there's the Illuminati logo. Again, what does this have to do with the game? And again, people that are gamers, why is this in the game? Because many gamers just make up excuses of like, or they just ignore it. Why is this even in the game? It's not an Easter egg. It's a reference basically to the occult. Promotion of the occult. Has nothing to do with the game. I've watched the whole entire game. Because people must think that I basically this takes a lot of time. Sometimes I literally have to sit there for a whole damn 4-hour video gathering this research, and it is so boring, very boring. But it has nothing to do with the game. It's just an excuse to promote it. It's just an excuse to promote the Illuminati. Again, another one. A pyramid with an all-seeing eye at the top. I mean, the amount of Illuminati symbolism that's been in this game, it's unbelievable. They don't even bother, like I said, to hide it. They really don't bother to hide it. It's right in your face. What else would this refer to? The pyramid, the all-seeing eye, the Illuminati. Why is it in the game? It has nothing to do with the game, nothing to do with the story. The whole point of this game is just puzzles. So that has nothing to do with the Illuminati, nothing at all. It's just an excuse. Whenever you see symbolism like this just blasted on a wall, it's an excuse to promote the occult. That's all it is. Right there. And as I said, I've said many times, if I could create my own comic, I've got so many ideas in my head. I would create an anti-Illuminati comic, but again, I can't draw, and I'm not in contact with people that can draw or animate or create comics. I was lucky to even get a logo for my channel, and I appreciate the person that did it. But I had an idea in my head. I've still got it in my head now. Basically, a person, you would use the you would have basically a person's body, but the Illuminati logo is the head, and basically it'd be an it'd be an anti-Illuminati comic book. Like it would be someone being a superhero and that, and the Illuminati basically as the enemy. And I'm literally, I can't mention the rest of it because obviously it'd be classed as like terrorist threats or whatever, especially with YouTube's crap. But we have here the all-seeing eye, the serpent, the devil. Don't know what this could refer to. These two could refer to some occult symbols. I don't know everything. Like what somebody mentioned on a video that I'd done about LeBron James, I didn't even know about. You learn something. I mean, there's so much stuff about the occult, you're not going to know everything. But I literally didn't know that there was a basically part of the Freemasons where it's just for black people. Honestly, didn't know until someone told me. Then you have this Freemason Lodge floor. You have, notice the big all-seeing eye here, the pyramid. It's just an excuse again. And again, the quality of this game, obviously, they meant to go for the way that it's like a comic booky look, but it really does look like crap. It really does. It looks like Cyberpunk when the graphics are really. I mean, then again, the graphics weren't downgraded. That was just the base game. That's what it looks like. But obviously, they were meant to go for this look. But I can't believe that this game is worth like $40. It's a rip-off. Again, all-seeing eye. As I said, basically they're saying, oh, the locker you're looking for here is this one. I mean, you wouldn't even need an all-seeing, you wouldn't even need an arrow or anything. It'd be pretty obvious. It's obviously the locker that's not open. Again, all-seeing eye again. All-seeing eye. Now, this is another game. This game is called Lust for Darkness. Now, this game looked pretty interesting, but the game's about 1 hour long. You know, this game really had a good story going for it. But developers these days don't know what they're doing. They could have made this story a lot better and made the game like 10 hours. Seriously, I could have made this game a lot better than it was. I'm not even joking. They need to put people in charge that make games that actually know how to develop a story. Because it's like they just rushed. I didn't buy this game, I just watched the gameplay. The game is like 1 hour long again. It's pathetic. But first you had the Freemason Lodge. Now what is this game really about? This game is about basically this guy's baby gets kidnapped by a cult. So basically they're admitting that they're using the Freemason logo, and they're admitting that the Freemasons are a cult in this game. They're literally admitting it. So basically your child gets kidnapped by these lunatic lunatic occultist, and you're basically told in a certain part of the game that the baby was aborted, and it was a lie. The baby was actually killed at the end, and yet the whole entire thing is that you sneak into a cult, basically party, like what the elite do, the sex ritual parties that they shown in that movie. So basically, think of that movie. That's really all the video game is. You sneak into one of those sex ritual parties, and there's a scene in the game near the end where you've basically got women basically pleasuring themselves, and the guy goes, "So this is what their paradise is like." And basically, the main leader is a psychopath. He basically says, "Oh, lust is the only thing that matters," which again, in reality, this game, they might as well just come out and admit it. They're admitting who the Illuminati really are. They're really admitting it. Because the Illuminati, that's what they believe, the sex rituals, everything that happens in this game is exactly what the Illuminati do. So basically, that's what you do. You sneak into basically a cult party, and what basically they wear like those masks that they wear, the rich wear, where they wear these animal masks. So literally, it is just a game that admits that the Illuminati is a cult, but at the same time, they promote the symbolism. Man, there's so much that could have been done with this game. This could have been such a great game, but no. Idiots. Could have started off where start exposing the occult, but no, it's like they rushed. I understand that with most indie games, they ain't got the money, but damn. This could have been a game where it could have been a twist where he literally gets the baby back or whatever, or he sneaks into basically the party, and he literally either one becomes one of them and then starts exposing them from the inside out. See, I've got loads of good ideas for video games. Because most of the people now that expose video games, most of them are basically boomers or zoomers. They don't know how to make a game. They ain't got the ideas. That's why it's all graphics now and gameplay. There's no good storyline in half of these games today. But this could have been a good game. But no. And as I said before, this has always been an occult symbol since the beginning of time. The male and female logo. The female logo is an upside down cross, whether you want to admit that one or not. But these are the quotes that basically the occult basically believes. So basically, you know that all your desires lie among us. Basically, it's a cult that basically, as the title says, lost. It's a cult that just basically glorifies and says that the boss at the end basically says there's no such thing as pain, it's just an illusion, and that lust is the only thing that matters. It's exactly what the world thinks, that sex is the only thing that matters in life, or getting laid. People still using the insult today, calling people virgins. I mean, grow up. And most of the people that do say that are virgins themselves. That's just facts. I had some guy in school that bragged, like, "Oh, haha, you're a virgin." Found out his girlfriend that actually wanted me, basically, and I told her to do one because she literally got pregnant with his child. And he was ugly as anything. He was a little chav. But she ended up running back to me. That's what ended up happening. I told her basically, do one. Didn't like it. And she was like, oh, I never should have stayed with you. You've got a better body than that guy anyway. And I was like, whatever. I'm like, I ain't a simp. And that's what I mean. I've had girlfriends. That's how I know so much about what I talk about in video games. I know the way they are. So, and most people throw the word incel as well. An incel is someone that's never had a girlfriend in their entire life. But as I said, that's what people do. They think that lust is the only thing that matters in this world, that sex is the only thing that is life. It's pathetic. That's what the Illuminati believe as well, and that's why they propagate it on the world. But again, as you see, the occult symbol here, the Freemason square and compass. I mean, as you can see right there, the square and compass Freemason symbol, it's the same one right here. See right there, the Freemasons square and compass, same thing. So they're admitting that this is what the Freemasons believe, because they do. This is exactly what they believe. This game, that's why I say, this game could have been good. They could have made this game 10 hours, or at least 8 hours. This game was 1 hour long. It's not long enough. They could have advanced the story, man, and exposed the occult. They could basically, after his child was kidnapped, he could have, because the whole point of the game is sneaking into the occult, could have exposed them. The story would have been great, but no. Let's just create a garbage ass game. And you see the Freemason logo, like I said, Freemason Lodge floor. And then you have this. This would obviously refer to the Baphomet. So again, you see that these are the quotes from the nutcases themselves. And this is what the Illuminati actually believe. And then you have this. Notice, again, the symbol. This is the rituals that they are doing it here, as you can see. And most of them are naked. It kind of reminds me of the game Agony, where you got men walking around. And it's gross, man. I don't know why it has to be put in the game. There's literally men walking around naked in this game. And they have very tiny you-know-whats. But you see the Freemason lodge sign there again. So they're basically admitting that this is a Freemason party. As you can obviously see. It reminds me of the game Agony. That's what it reminds me of. That was the same, basically the occult. And I believe there is another game like this, but it still hasn't come to console yet. It's on PC. It's basically just them doing basically what you would call sex rituals. You have an all-seeing eye here, an eyeball there. So yeah, as I said with this game, they could have exposed the occult, but no, rather than that's what they do anyway. It's just pathetic. It really is. It's beyond pathetic. It really is. They actually think that lust is the only thing that matters. They honestly do. The secrets everywhere. What you see is not what it seems. We are controlled by occultists. And exactly. And it is a crap game, to be honest. A lot of these are. A lot of them are crap. But that's the gaming, though. Gaming is just arse. And then, again, the deep web is real. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you want to deny the deep web, I mean, just go install Torah and go browse it yourself. If you think the deep web's fake, I'll show you a video. I mean, because it ain't fake. This is why I made a video about it, proving the stuff that I found on there. Even though nobody really cares, it got me about 1,000 views, and that was about it. I mean, I would have loved for it to get like 20k, so people know that it's real. But if you think it's fake, then look at that. This is the actual website that got shut down. But could have been because of May. Hopefully, it was. Maybe the FBI came across it and shut it down, DDoSed it. This is a site. This is what's on the deep web. So if you think it's not real, right there, exposing the sick, twisted stuff found on the deep web. This is exactly what's on it. So it is real, man. It's real. This is all the stuff that I found on it. And this is public crap. People are like, oh, I mean, this is all the sick, twisted stuff that's on it. All these videos that I did. That's why they got so many views. Because nobody's exposing it. Everyone is propagating this bullshit that, oh, it's all a myth. It's all a myth. None of this is real. It is real. The sites that I showed are real. I believe most of them have been shut down, which is good. So I probably got most of these sites shut down. I'm not going to say for a fact that I did, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility, who knows? A lot of sites have been shut down, which is good. So yes, it is real. It ain't fake. Obviously, I can't show it on here for a reason. But I did post a video on here. Just go look up on my channel. I think it's called Daisy's Destruction. That was on the deep web. Everyone knows about that Peter Scully, one of the most evilest people on the planet. This is pure degenerate scumbag. Pure scum. But, so it is real, man. The deep web's real. Don't be believing this bullshit that YouTubers tell you and all that. Oh, it's just fake, it's all stories. None of these idiots have actually been to the deep dark web. They're too scared. And most of the bullshit they say about the deep web is not real anyway. Oh, somebody can track your IP address. Garbage. It's absolute garbage. Nobody's gonna DDoS you. Nobody's gonna hack you on the deep web. That is a part that is lies. So I wanted to have a Ouija board, but later realized what said about summoning dead. So, well, again, that's what that's why the psychics is a scam as well, because they believe the same. They're basically scamming people. Black magic. How do you think most psychics know what is happening in your life? They're in contact with demonic entities. Well, that went well. That went well. Basically, my console froze. Good old PS4 for you, isn't it? Piece of garbage console. Wasn't playing it anyway. Thing literally just froze for no reason. And a Ouija board as well, as I said, some of them is fake, but some of them can be real. Well, because that's why Satanists use them. Well, me, it's because it's because most of it, because you just have to, the reason I was, if you were talking a bit about me, the reason I was laughing is because it doesn't even shock me anymore. It's unbelievable. When they put it in a video game, I just laugh because it doesn't shock me anymore. I mean, because people now find it acceptable to teach people how to summon demons. That's why it's just funny now, because it's considered normal now. Basically, it's considered acceptable to teach people Satanism. I mean, you just have to laugh at it because it's pathetic. That's the way I'm laughing at it. It's pathetic. Well, mythology, a lot of that is a lot of the stuff that they teach in mythology is a lot of crap. But so, as I said at the beginning, because I'm going to be ending it soon now, because got things that and I know nobody's really going to watch this anyway. But as I said and showed at the beginning, I don't know why it continuously keeps refreshing, but go check this video out. And I'm obviously this is the guy's channel. Go check him out. I'm logged into my other account, so because I have my own personal account. But go check this guy's video out. He exposed basically demon souls. I don't have time to do that because the game is, I'm going to be real, it's not my kind of game. It's not my kind of game. I couldn't play this game. I honestly could not play this game. I couldn't do it. I literally could not do it. The game would piss me right off. I don't like From Software Company at all. There's so many fanboys of it that say the game is awesome. It's not awesome at all. As I said, maybe people like being effed at the rear end. If that's your kind of game, go for it. But I don't have time to play the game or even review it because the only game that I ever played from basically I don't know whether it was from the same company, but Sekiro or Sekiro, however it was said. That game I quit. It annoyed me that much. I got as far as to the knight, basically the knight, like samurai guy that has a long spear. I'm not talking about the normal one. I'm talking about the massive boss. It pissed me off that much. I uninstalled the game and I never went back to it. So that's why I won't expose these games, because I don't have time. And the games are that annoying. So whether the guys ever played Sekiro or Elden Ring, hopefully if he's played it, he makes a video about it, because I'd be interested in watching it. I mean, not many people, hopefully he exposes more video games. I mean, not many people do it. So as I said, go check this guy's channel out. I mean, and show him support. As I said, I don't usually do it, but I mean, this guy said he was inspired. Go check him out. And hopefully he makes more videos in the future. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.